Welcome back. This week, we're starting a week-long European city break in Vienna. This promises to be a whirlwind tour of its rich art museums, vibrant culture, and iconic cafes. However, not everything goes quite to plan, and a week of travel mishaps is just beginning. Join us for an exciting journey through the heart of this enchanting city. Welcome to The Right Life. We're Catherine and Edward, a married couple based in London, with a passion for travel and experiencing the world together. On our channel, we share our adventures from uncovering hidden gems to learning about new cultures and discovering amazing historical sites. Join us as we explore the world. This trip started as so many do, in a lounge at Heathrow Airport. This time we were excited to check out the Terminal 3 lounges, however, the evening went downhill as our plane was delayed for several hours. Eventually we were off, and the flight to Vienna is pretty short.
We finally made it to Vienna. I'm a hot, sweaty mess. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 35 degrees Celsius. It's a lovely hotel though, it looks good. Right, let's check out the room. Hello, there she is.
We have the moon.
Bloody hell, yeah. It's like having a Death Star above your bed, isn't it? It's alright, nice bed. Nice, bright and airy. Mirror, door. Manoeuvre, all important. It's not a bad sized bathroom, nice big shower. Oh, there's a TV with a fish tank on it.
Yeah, can we go to bed now, please?
Hopefully we'll be up with the lark tomorrow and we'll be able to explore Vienna. And that was, we had a little bit of pain getting here. It was.
But we'll tell you all about that tomorrow.
Yeah, but that was the point of it though. Bit of pain today, Friday, and we get a bit more time out of it. Anyway.
Good Nacht.
Good night, indeed. So, this is where we're going to have breakfast. Nice park. It's roasting already. I thought yours was going to be this amazing Viennese breakfast. There's supposed to be 2 bowls of something, butter.
A Viennese breakfast typically consists of coffee, freshly baked pastries, and bread rolls with jam. Our first stop of the day was the Albertina Museum. This museum has a fantastic collection of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art.
Where are we? You don't know where we are. So, there's a lot of Pablo Picasso paintings in here. While Catherine tries to work out where we are. Where are we?
We're in the Albertina Museum.
Oh, cool. This is a Chagall. Sleeping woman with flowers. I don't think I've heard of a lot of these artists.
No.
That's why there's not as many people in this room. You haven't got the heavy hitters in here. Got some paintings here by Franz Sedlacek. They're all very macabre.
I love this.
This is an Edvard Munch
He falls under modernism.
winter landscape. I had a print of the Scream in my bedroom when I was a teenager. My mum hated it.
The basement of the museum had a very large collection of modern art, which we do not really understand. Maybe you could help explain it to us.
So basically she's lying at a 90-degree angle in a corner below what looks like a boot scraper. Now this might be something completely new and exciting to Austria, but basically you can sort of see this type of behaviour most Friday nights in London. So yeah, not sure what the fuss is about, to be honest.
I'm sorry, this is just disappointing.
I would not come back to this museum again. It's a bit disappointing that the whole of the first floor is shut for a private event, which is all the staterooms and everything. And the Monet and Picasso exhibit on the top floor was interesting, but there was no showstoppers up there, if you see what I mean. I don't think it's worth $18.50 to come in here. Here we are. We know this is important art. We've got a lot of, we've got 3 television sets from the mid-90s and basically a life-size picture on the floor, chained to the floor. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, part of me thinks, you know, what a waste of money it is to come down and look at this, but then I get such enjoyment out of mocking it. It probably might be worth the money, if you know what I mean.
You're making me feel better.
I think I'd have been more interested actually looking at an antique sewing machine. It's very Emperor's New Clothes. You can see the back of the TV is on the way out now. It's quite amazing that they've managed to source so many identical TVs out of a skip. Oh my god, this is absolutely amazing. You know what, I hope this woman is a multi-millionaire. She's just duped me. Basically, it's a light bulb going into water, and some of the water's got excrement in it. Seems to me, I don't know about you. What's this building?
So this is the Albertina Museum and
The Albertini?
Albertina.
Albertina Museum.
Albertini sounds like a drink.
Well, you're facing the wrong way and then you can't hear.
And so they have a very good Impressionist, Surrealist, and Modernist art collection, which we really love Impressionist and then Surrealist, and then it kind of goes down from there. But then they have some crazy installation pieces, which aren't our favorite. And it seemed like a third of the museum was shut, the third that we were most interested in seeing, because of a wedding, which seems a little unfair. But fortunately, they've given us things we can come back because the event will be done at 2. So we're going to go have a drink and come back and see more.
Okay.
Finally, we were able to explore the Albertina staterooms. The works here had been collected in the 18th century by Duke Albert of Saxony-Teschen. We did still find a few out there pieces, mixed among the Dürrs and Rubens.
Well, she's beautiful.
Here we have some Peter Paul Rubens.
I'm so sad.
What's he doing with the eyes? I don't know what he's doing with the eyes. He's always making their eyes not face the same way as their face.
We found sketches by Raphael, Michelangelo, and some showstoppers by Albrecht Dürer.
These are the thing that we came here to see.
This detailed watercolor of a hare is celebrated not only for its technical mastery, but also for its pioneering role in the development of natural history illustration.
So yesterday, we caught a bus from our house to the train station. Well, we missed the bus, then we got a cab to the train station. And then when we was on the way to Farringdon, the driver of our train said they can't stop at Farringdon because someone pulled the fire alarm. So we had to get off at City Thameslink. And we're flash packing on this holiday, so we're both carrying £30 backpacks. So we had to walk from City Thameslink to St Paul's Underground Station, and then catch the train from St Paul's Underground Station to Tottenham Court Road, which you can imagine was a very sweaty endeavour. And then basically got on the new Elizabeth line that takes you directly to Terminal 5, and everyone, his brother's friend and their cousins were on the train with us. You couldn't move, it was absolute hell. 40 minutes. Luckily we realised we weren't going to Terminal 5, we was in fact going to Terminal 3. And once we finally got to Terminal 3, we found out that our plane was delayed. So we sat in the lounge for 3.5 hours and got hammered, and then...
We weren't hammered.
Nicely drunk, and then got on the plane. The plane landed in Vienna at midnight, and we had to wait an inordinate amount of time to get our bags. We then had a taxi, half-an-hour taxi to the hotel, and we got to the hotel at 1 o'clock. All while we were doing this, we were both wearing jeans, and it was 30 degrees Celsius at midnight. So yes, we had a very long lay in this morning, and then we've been looking around Vienna, and it is ungodly hot weather at the moment. Absolutely hot. I mean, I know if you come from the Midwest, or if you come from the Far East, if you live in Malaysia or Thailand, that you're used to 40-degree weather where you're basically basting in your own moisture, but I'm not, and I'm really struggling. So we've come to this underground kind of beer keller place, and we're having a few lagers, and hopefully a meat and cheese ball is going to turn up in a minute. And I've been discriminated against since I've arrived in this country. I've actually been refused service at the American bar because I'm wearing flip-flops, and yeah, I was absolutely disgusted with that one. So cheers.
After refueling, we headed to St. Stephen's Cathedral, which is a Romanesque and Gothic structure. It took 441 years to build. The groundbreaking was in 1137, and it was not considered complete until 1578. The cathedral stands on the ruins of 2 earlier churches. We didn't explore very much and headed straight for the crypt tour. The ducal section of the crypt was interesting, but the catacomb section was fascinating and included more than one plague pit.
Enjoy that?
Yeah, do you think all the people who are parking down there know how many bones are right there?
Yeah, it's a bit creepy, isn't it?
Yeah. Very interesting though. Highly recommend.
Okay.
We were running on fumes at this point, so after a couple of drinks in the Havana-inspired Kruger's American Bar, we called it an early night.
What do you think? Happy with that?
I'm super happy with
Ready
this.
to eat that?
How much bacon is that? My goodness.
There's a lot of bacon. It's good. I've gone for the healthy one, but it's probably got more calories because of all the hummus. There are a lot of carvings in this room. Some of them are very intricate. Most of them depict scenes from Greek mythology.
This is amazing. So this is a joke vessel. He's sitting on a beer barrel. He is the table. It was made about 1580 or 1590.
This salt cellar, or saliera, by Benvenuto Cellini, was made in 1543 for Francis I of France and is one of a kind. In 2003, the saliera was stolen. The thief used scaffolding for an ongoing restoration project to creep into the building. The alarms he set off were ignored. 3 years later, the saliera was found buried in a lead box about 90 kilometers north of Vienna. The thief turned himself in when he felt that he was close to being caught.
And here we have the Ark of the Covenant, doubling as a drinks bar. Looking at a bear with a shotgun. The bear as a hunter is amongst the most popular motifs of the world turned upside down, where the quarry itself becomes the hunter with a rifle. A drinking cup is unexpectedly hidden in the removable head. Sorry, can't read, it's very dark in here. That's the cup of a carpenter. That's the cup of a legend. That's the cup of someone I don't want to meet. It's an impressive view, isn't it?
Although it's hot in here.
It is. Our lead on Macduff.
The great things about this museum is it does have the largest collection of Bruegels. And this one's called The Peasant and the Mess Robber from 1568. I think it's kind of funny because he's like, oh, look what this fool's up to, but really he's just stealing eggs. This is Bruegel's Massacre of the Innocents. See a woman in the middle with her baby, lots of dead children everywhere. And there's all these extra little details. Behind the horse, you can see a guy trying to get into the house and the woman trying to hide in the shadows.
Shout out to my mum on this one. This is Peter Bruegel. We have our sort of daily life town square scene, I should say. She likes this type of art. And she likes the ones with all the winter landscapes. So this is the Vermeer that we missed from the Amsterdam exhibition that we went to a couple of months ago that you've seen in a previous video.
The Rijksmuseum, and so that's Vermeer. It's a self-portrait. pen painting.
Anyway, we've captured it now, so it seems like 27 out of 29 now, whatever it is.
Close to getting them all.
There's one in Germany we need to see.
Are they like Pokemons?
Probably, yeah. Gotta get them all.
Gotta catch them all.
It's one of Catherine's favoured styles of painting. You gotta try and find the famous painting within the painting. Yeah, we found one already. You normally see the Judgment in Paris somewhere in here, but I can't see it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either.
Here we have Christ carrying the cross by Hieronymus Bosch. And it looks pretty normal, it's not too weird. I mean, there's a couple of characters in the bottom here. And we've got the other side of the Bosch, which is creepy baby, so more in his normal style. So Vienna's got around a bit because here she is with the satyr. And then over here, where Catherine's standing, she's with her husband Vulcan at his forge.
I think we saw the mini version of this earlier. This entire room is full of Titians. It emanates too many Titians, as if that's a thing that could be. One of Titian's money makers was painting for the male gaze, including Greek stories. So this one is that of Danae, and that is Zeus coming to her as gold.
Most of the paintings in this room are Rubens. There's a few Van Dycks as well. So this place is pretty ginormous. This is David with Goliath's head by Caravaggio. This is also by Caravaggio. They've basically taken the thorns off of Jesus' head. Wow, I'm starting to get... I'm putting it on, taking it off, I don't care.
You getting tired, Sadie?
I'm starting to get Louvre vibes. I think I've been here for 2 or 3 hours now, haven't we?
This is a head of a young woman. It's Roman. For the longest time, it was thought that hairstyles like this were just fake, because it's not possible. But then eventually a female historian was given the opportunity to really think about it, and hairstylists were asked to look at it, and turns out it was sewn in.
I'm going to call this the Shrunken Head Room. It's like something out of the Weeping Angels out of a Doctor Who episode. Not sure if you're supposed to walk among the heads, but there's Commodus. I think he was the nutty one who died in the arena. This is Thutmose III, and what's remarkable about this is that it is basically all in one piece. The nose is still intact. It's 1500 BC. It's amazing. Can't stress how well laid out this museum is. It's very open, there's plenty of space, and they've put obviously murals on the wall, but then they've integrated this column into the room, which is quite clever. I just imagine a stonemason and like his apprentice, and he's done all the work on the outside, and the master's come over and he's gone, yeah, you've done a good job of that, that's good. Now get in there and do the same on the inside as well. Christ almighty, no one's going to see the inside. I don't know what this is called.
Art History Museum.
This is the Art History Museum in Vienna. We just come out, we spent about 3 hours in there, 3.5 hours. We've got an excellent art gallery up on the 2nd floor, and the Roman, Egyptian / Greek bit on the 1st floor is very good also. But if you're going to come here, make sure you bring a comfortable pair of shoes, because there's a lot of walking. So anyway, time to get a drink, I think.
We didn't end up getting that drink. Instead, we went to the CC Museum, where photography was not permitted. It was a poorly laid out museum with lots of tiny spaces that caused constant traffic jams. Probably only recommend this one if you were here on a really quiet day, or if you really wanted to learn about Empress Elizabeth of Austria. The first time I came to Vienna was in 2003, and I just had to recreate my photo with this fountain. Eventually, we did end up at Cafe Braunerhof for some very fancy iced coffees. After a bit more exploration, we headed back to our hotel to rest up for the evening's activities.
We just come out the train station. Schwedenplatz. It's pretty straightforward. You just like go to the machine, buy your tickets. You can translate it all in English. Costs $2.40 to have a go, but you got to validate your ticket. Anyway, we've got off, and I love the fact that they've got like, you know, the kebab stand right next to the tube station. I definitely need more of these in London. Anyway, it seems to be quite lively. Let's go.
Griechenbeisel is Vienna's oldest restaurant, which opened in 1447. It was still very hot out, and I stuck with a potato salad starter and chicken salad for my main, while Edward went traditional and ordered the roast pork with sauerkraut and dumpling slices. After dinner, we found a swing dance party on a boat, but we didn't join in.
Right, this is the American bar where we enjoyed a few cocktails. Funny, I got slung out of here on Saturday for wearing flip-flops, but now I've got jeans and shoes on and run up a £60 bar tab. They don't seem to mind. Anyway, it's the American bar. I'd highly recommend coming here. They do an excellent cocktail. It's quite reasonable. It's about €14 a drink. It's not too bad for cocktails. The ambiance is fantastic. It's quite a small venue inside, but outside they've got some seating as well, so it doubles the size of the place. Oh, we've got the same thing.
For our last site in Vienna, we headed to the Imperial Crypts to take a tour. This tour was a fantastic Austrian history lesson. Since 1663, the crypts have been the primary burial place for the Habsburgs. There are 145 Habsburgs buried here, including 12 emperors and 18 empresses. The splendid tombs of the Baroque and Rococo eras are made of bronze, and as the Habsburgs' power grew, so did the ornateness of the sarcophagi. This all came to an end in the late 18th century when Emperor Joseph II decreed that burial should be simpler and less expensive. One of the most recognizable tombs is that of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, whose assassination was one of the most immediate causes of World War I.
Finally getting a bit of German sausage, or Austrian sausage. Side salad. What you got?
Spatzel.
Spatzel. This pasta's too hard to pronounce.
After lunch, we headed off to the train station. We were meant to have a direct night train to our next destination, and we're very excited to have our own cabin with an ensuite bathroom for the first time ever on a train. Things did not go to plan. Thank you so much for joining us as we explored Vienna. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. There are more adventures to come.
There's all the Sophocatus? I can't even say it now. So I can't say it. Hopefully the wife breaks out the language on this. Sarcophagus is... I couldn't say the word sarcophagus earlier, so you might have to edit that in post. Alice Glow. I'm knackered, super hot.
Hotter tomorrow.
Well, thank you for joining us on another epic adventure. We're spending the weekend in Vienna, where it's nearly 95 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. And it was, as I touched on when I was introduced to the room, it was difficult to get here. Anyway.